Good morning. Good morning and welcome. Bonjour et bienvenue. I think this must be the hardest part of moderating any plenary session is interrupting good conversations that are happening all around. But it is for a good cause, so thank you. So once again, good morning, bonjour, and I would like to welcome each and every one of you here to the award ceremony in beautiful Gatineau. My name is Karen Janes, and on behalf of the CANO ACIO Board and the Recognition of Excellence Committee, it is our very great pleasure to welcome you to the 2017 CANO ACIO Awards of Excellence ceremony. And before we get started, I would like to invite Sherry Moore to the stage, and she is going to draw the Canadian Nurses Association MIP Professional Development Award. So, Sherry.
Thank you, Karen. Very exciting time that MIP, a leader in healthcare textile industry, recognizes the incredible impact that nurses have on Canadians' health and in their communities, as well as on the colleagues with whom they deliver healthcare to their own colleagues. They acknowledge and their endless dedication does not go unnoticed. That is why MIP supports the Canadian Nurses Association and its members by providing them with an educational opportunities in the form of continued education credits and the world-recognized Canadian Nurse Association Specialty Practice Certification. MIP's Professional Development Award for a CNA Specialty Practice Certification covers the cost associated with the one application for either a new exam, a rewrite exam, or for renewal of a CNA certification due for renewal in 2017 or in 2018. And this is the first of hopefully many annual awards that MIP will support. And I'll draw for the reward now. Drum roll, please. And the winner is Michelle Lac. I don't know is Michelle in the room? Is there somebody that knows Michelle that could take a picture? Thank you. Thank you. Okay, where does Michelle work?
In the Cross Cancer Institute in Edmonton.
Okay,
yeah.
That's wonderful. Where are we going here? A picture. It's like the blind leading the blind. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry. And you know that we're not all that formal here, so it's nice to keep the sort of informal, folksier community element to it too. But today we do want to honor and celebrate the commitment, the expertise, the passion, the plain old hard work, and the amazing accomplishments of both nominees and award recipients. As chair of the Recognition of Excellence Committee, I would like to thank all of you who prepared and submitted nominations. We really do know this is a lot of work. We really do thank you for your work, and we really do know that your wonderful letters of support are very precious gifts to the colleagues that you nominated. And speaking of wonderful and hard work, I would like to acknowledge the amazing members of our Recognition of Excellence Committee: Colleen Campbell, Jody Arrington, Lisa Hensel, Michelle Renaud, and Joy Tarasuk. Kim Francina, pardon me, and Melanie Leonard also served for part of the year. Committee members spent hours and hours and hours carefully reading and reflecting on your nomination submissions. It is joyful, it is hard work, it is rewarding to choose one recipient for each of the awards. It really tests your decision-making, that's for sure. What a wonderful problem to have. I know I've said that before, but it continues to be a wonderful challenge to have. And we definitely can't mention excellence without thanking Marley McElligott from CANO head office for her tireless support for the many, many details of our committee's work. Once again, ROE team, mega thanks to each one of you. I would also like to thank our 2017 award sponsors: Amgen, Becton Dickinson, Boehringer Ingelheim, CANO ACIO, Merck, Pfizer Oncology, and Ovarian Cancer Canada. Thank you for your generous support in recognizing oncology nursing excellence, and a round of applause would be really grateful. This year, we did not receive nominations for some awards, and we hope that 2018 means that all awards will be awarded. So I would ask the sponsors for each award to join us at the front for your awards presentation and photo as we continue through the ceremony. And I now would like to, actually I'll just stop for a minute. One of the things that I was wanting to have at this award ceremony was so that you could meet the members of the Recognition of Excellence Committee, as many as could come. I think it's only, sadly, Jody that couldn't make it this year. So that the faces, and you can connect them with the names and the work of the people who served on this committee. So I'm going to invite the first of them, and that is Michelle, to announce the Travel Grant Award winners.
Okay, if any of these recipients are in the room, could you please stand? So congratulations to this year's recipients of the CANO ACIO travel grants to attend the 2017 CANO ACIO conference. Laura Mercer, Jani Proba, Carolyn DeVito, Rosemarie Wolishin, and Sarah Quinn. If any of you are here, please stand.
The Nursing Scholarship for 2017 is awarded to Alyssa Meek. Alyssa is a committed oncology nurse with a track record of excellence, and you may recognize her as last year's winner of the Amgen Award for Innovation in Oncology Patient and Family Education. Alyssa is continuing her journey of excellence by beginning a Master's in Nursing study this year. And one of her letters of support identifies her as potential to be a key leader for oncology nursing in the future. And I would say the future's here. So we're happy to recognize Alyssa's current leadership and her future pathway too. So unfortunately, she isn't able to be with us in person. So her colleague, Christina Viroy will accept this award on her behalf. Is Christine here? We have a new award this year, the CANO ACIO BD Commitment to Safety Award. This award recognizes the outstanding work of an oncology nurse who is committed to patient and/or healthcare worker safety. The successful candidate will have championed process improvements through leadership, culture, best practices, innovation, and change management. An oncology nurse whose expertise is geared toward clinician and patient safety. The recipient of this award demonstrates evidence of consistently promoting a culture of safety in her work in cancer care. Specific examples of this include leading change in a number of areas related to safe administration of systemic therapy for people with cancer, such as early adoption of electronic order entry, closed-loop medication administration, and closed system drug transfer device implementation, and robotic IV admixture to decrease hazardous drug exposure during hazardous drug preparation and administration. Her work demonstrates both the spirit and intent of this award in her commitment to both patient and healthcare worker safety. Congratulations to the 2017 recipient of this award, Jane Saunders from Toronto. Unfortunately, Jane couldn't be with us in person, so her colleague Lisa Lunn will accept this award on her behalf. And Lisa, could I ask you to come forward? And I'd like to invite another member of our committee, Joy Tarasak, to present the Pfizer Awards of Excellence. Joy.
I feel very privileged to be announcing the next series of Awards of Excellence. The Pfizer Award of Excellence in Nursing Clinical Practice is to acknowledge a nurse who demonstrates leadership in the development of oncology patient care. The winner must encourage development, implementation, and evaluation of changes in nursing practice, as well as developing professionally as an individual. The recipient of this award is instrumental in a program that is nationally known within the thyroid cancer area of oncology and is described to make a significant impact in the lives of his patients. He was chosen based on his understanding of thyroid cancer and issues facing thyroid cancer patients and their families, and the work in patient education, navigation, and care coordination to address complex care and safety needs in this patient population. He has combined passion and expertise as a clinician with impressive organizational, educational, and advocacy skills. His knowledge of health systems, in combination with his clinical expertise in thyroid cancer care, results in care process improvements towards seamless care delivery. In a nomination letter, a colleague summarized specific examples of his work in this way. Overall, he is a mentor, an expert in his field, a passionate and enthusiastic nurse that proves when you love what you do, others will notice and emulate similar behaviors. Please join me in congratulating Michael Harding, the winner of the Pfizer Award of Excellence in Nursing Clinical Practice. The Pfizer Award of Excellence in Nursing Education is presented to a nurse who has been involved in the development and promotion of an oncology nursing educational activity related to nursing practice and uses creative teaching ideas to facilitate learning. The recipient must demonstrate competency in applying teaching, learning theories to the development, implementation, and evaluation of oncology nursing educational experiences. The ROE Committee unanimously agreed on recommending this year's recipient for the Award of Excellence in Education. This person's work is impressive in oncology nursing education nationally and internationally through her work at the D'Souza Institute of Canada and with the Oral Therapy Educational Program in Latin America with ISNCC. She is a champion for CNA certification across Canada and participates in collaborative partnerships with CANO as well as CNA. She engages effectively with stakeholders in planning educational programs, and in addition to effectively applying learning theories and best practice, uses creative and innovative approaches to make adult learning fun as well as effective. Please join me in congratulating Kamal Patel, the winner of the Pfizer Excellence of Nursing and Education Award. I have to keep taping my glasses on and off. I wish I had a pair that I could wear walking and standing. The Pfizer Award of Excellence in Nursing Education is presented to a nurse who demonstrates administrative leadership by facilitating or supporting the development or enhancement of oncology programs at the agency, community, provincial, or national level. The winner must be kept abreast of current oncology nursing research and trends in healthcare and helps disseminate this information to fellow oncology nurses. The recipient of this award focused her master's degree on management and leadership. She is the co-chair of a number of working groups with Cancer Care Ontario and is developing guidelines to support other nurses. She is actively involved in her CANO chapter and Oncology Nursing Day activities. Her involvement internationally, nationally, and provincially is impressive, as is her commitment to advance nursing knowledge and practice in her staff. One nominator noted, she thrives on motivating and inspiring others to perform beyond their self-expectations by building an inspiring sense of mission and purpose. The committee supports this candidate as a very appropriate recipient for the award. Please join me in congratulating Marcia Flynn Post, the winner of the Pfizer Award of Excellence in Nursing Leadership. My final award is the Pfizer Award of Excellence in Nursing Research that's presented to a nurse whose research has a clinical focus and demonstrated practical application, has created or maintains a program in which new research findings are shared among oncology nurses and influence the development of research-based nursing practice. The nomination for this award recipient was very impressive. Her active program of research, Living with Hope, has contributed to innovative and practical ways of supporting people living with advanced illness, family caregivers, and healthcare providers. In her role as Associate Dean, Vice Dean, Endowed Chair, and Director of the Faculty of Nursing at the University of Alberta, she has extensively and generously supported the growth of colleagues and students and integrated clinical research and academic leadership to influence the development of research-based nursing practice. One of her primary motivations for her work is described as to serve in ways that benefit the greater good of society, particularly individuals and families experiencing the challenges of aging, living with chronic disease, or impending death. Please join me in congratulating Wendy Duggleby, the winner of the Pfizer Award of Excellence in Nursing Research. Unfortunately, Wendy couldn't be with us today in person, and her colleague Greta Cummings will accept the award on her behalf.
Our next award is the Amgen Award for Innovation in Oncology Patient and Family Education. This award recognizes an oncology nurse whose primary function is patient and family care and who has demonstrated creativity in the development of patient education materials, programs, or the delivery of patient education. The recipient of this award has extensive experience integrating patient and family education into her clinical practice. She played an instrumental role in the creation of a supportive care clinic for neuro-oncology patients and led the initiative to have early conversations with patients and families that support advanced care planning, access to palliative care, and specific supports, such as for families with young children. Over the 2 years this clinic has been in place, the feedback from individuals and families is described as phenomenal. That sounds good. She developed and facilitates a neuro-oncology education class that provides clients with information about the basics of cancer, prepares them for the potential side effects of treatment, and provides additional supportive information. This comprehensive nurse-led psychoeducational program is tailored to the unique needs of the neuro-oncology population. Her nomination letters describe her as an oncology nurse whose work with patients and families is characterized by innovation and creativity and supportive education that assists them to live life to the fullest. Please join me in congratulating Katrina Leckie, the winner of the Amgen Award for Innovation in Oncology Patient and Family Education. And I'd like to invite Lisa forward to introduce the CANO Rising Star and Distinction Awards.
Thank you very much. The Rising Star Award is presented to a novice oncology nurse who has had less than 3 years of oncology nursing experience, and in this short time has made local, regional, or national contributions to the profession of oncology nursing. This year's Rising Star highlights the concept that nurses, regardless of the designation, for example, LPN, RPN, RN, or NP, can affect change on multiple levels within healthcare. This Rising Star has had an impact in her 3 short years with her involvement in regional projects, development of the LPN role, and oncology ambulatory care, and the use of the symptom diary to support patients in collaborative management of symptoms and treatment side effects. She co-presented at CANO 2015, her first CANO conference and her first year in practice of oncology, and co-presented again at CANO 2017. She demonstrates strong and respectful collaborative relationships in her work with patients and team members. Please join me in congratulating the 2017 Rising Star, Tish Palfrey. So the second award I'm presenting is the CANO ACIO Award of Distinction. The Distinction Award is presented to an oncology nurse who has contributed provincially or nationally to the oncology profession during his or her career. This leader in healthcare research and the recipient of this award has influenced nursing clinical practice, education, and research to impact screening for distress and support for self-management interventions and patient-reported outcomes nationally and internationally. Her support for person-centered care is evident not only in her research areas, but also in her methodology and her research teams. Sorry, I've lost my page, my spot in my page. Patients and family members are engaged as advisors in her projects. She has led practice change in symptom management through the development of evidence-based guidelines in the management of physical symptoms and emotional distress. Her extensive presentation and publication work to support practice change in nursing and interprofessional care, again, provincially, nationally, and internationally. The ROE Committee agrees that her extensive contributions to oncology nursing make her the most deserving recipient of the CANO Award of Distinction. Please join me in congratulating Doris Howell, the winner of the CANO ACIO Award for Distinction 2017.
And Marg is already here. She's always ahead of the game. So Marg is going to announce the 2017 Canadian Oncology Nursing Journal Editor's Award of Excellence. Marg.
Thank you very much, Karen. I'm delighted to be here this morning to be able to award this award. We've had it for 2 previous years and have not had candidates to consider. And this is the first time we've been able to award it, so I'm really pleased that we have reached this point. The Editor's Award of Excellence is developed in the spirit of Heather Porter. And Heather devoted 25 years to the Canadian Association of Nurses in Oncology and 11 years as editor. I'm sure some of you will remember her at previous conferences when she was twisting your arm to try to write manuscripts. The award itself recognizes oncology nurses who publish their work in the Canadian Oncology Nursing Journal and are members of our association. To be eligible for consideration, the article itself must support and enhance the use of evidence to inform oncology nursing practice. This year, congratulations go to the winner, Johann Hebert, the first author, and the title is long, Assessment of the Feasibility, Acceptability, and Pretest of the Utility of an Individualized Survivorship Care Plan for Women with Endometrial Cancer during the transition at the end of treatment to cancer survivorship. It was published in Volume 27, Issue 2 in the spring of 2017, and you will find it on the website. Unfortunately, Johann could not be with us in person this morning, but her colleague Maria Gabriela Reyes-Mangas will accept the award on her behalf. So I would ask Maria to come forward.
The CANO ACIO research grants have been established to help build capacity for nursing research among oncology nurses across Canada. The primary goal of these research grant awards is to enable nurses to conduct research by providing support to develop a proposal in the early stages of a research project that will result in the conduct of research. Congratulations to this year's award winner. I think it's my job to do this. Jill Bally. Dr. Bally is an assistant professor in the School of Nursing at the University of Saskatchewan in Saskatoon. She will be using narrative research methods to explore the experiential accounts of parents of children with cancer shared publicly via the internet. The study aims to improve our understanding of parents' everyday experiences of caring for a child with cancer and illuminate how meaning making and coping are influenced by online communication. Jill could not be with us in person, but I'd like to extend my congratulations to Jill.
And now I'd like to invite Tracy Truant to come and present the CANO ACIO Lifetime Achievement Award.
So the Lifetime Achievement Award was introduced by the CANO Board of Directors to recognize the contributions of a CANO nurse in the development of oncology nursing in Canada. The award is presented to a CANO nurse who's made significant, outstanding contributions to CANO, to oncology nursing, and to cancer care in Canada during their professional career. The successful recipient also has made sustained international contributions to oncology nursing. The Lifetime Achievement Award recipient also serves as an inspiration in the oncology community at the national level through leadership, practice, teaching, research, publication, and public speaking. This leader's achievements will be a source of historic pride for future generations of oncology nurses and CANO. I'm going to announce the name of the successful recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award first, then briefly describe her contributions, as you'll guess who it is very quickly. And I'm pleased to announce that Dr. Greta Cummings is the 2017 recipient of the CANO Lifetime Achievement Award. So I'm going to highlight just a few of her key achievements. So she's a recently appointed Dean of the Faculty of Nursing at the University of Alberta. She's nationally and internationally recognized researcher in the field of nursing leadership, establishing and leading the CLEAR Outcomes, or Connecting Leadership, Education, and Research program. Through this CLEAR Outcomes program and other research initiatives, she focuses on leadership practices of healthcare decision makers and managers to achieve better outcomes for patients, families, and the healthcare team. Other areas of research include older persons' transitions to care, strategies to foster knowledge translation, new grad transitions, and theoretical and methodologic strategies to measure organizational context, just to name a few. Dr. Cummings has led numerous interprofessional initiatives as a healthcare administrator, academic health systems researcher, and health services workforce consultant. Her wise counsel and mentorship has helped many oncology programs and health professionals globally to optimize their care systems and practices to better align with patient and family needs. Most of us will know Dr. Cummings as the past president of both CANO and the International Society of Nurses in Cancer Care. The other evening at a meeting, she says, "I'm the past of everything." She's described by other past presidents of both organizations as a leader with a calm and steady guidance, especially during challenging times. She fostered the development of important relationships and worked with key national and international experts to build synergies on mutual relationships and organizational goals. Building on these relationships and synergies, she led key strategic planning and restructuring of governance models for which both CANO and ISNCC continue to benefit today. She is a prolific author and presenter, publishing over 800, maybe it is 800 by now, but the last time I counted, it was 180 papers, and is a 2014 highly cited researcher in social sciences. She's presented over 300 invited and peer-reviewed presentations locally, nationally, and internationally. She's received many other national and international accolades and awards, including the Canadian Nurses Association 2010 Order of Merit for Research, and in 2015 was inaugurated into the Sigma Theta Tau International Nurse Researcher Hall of Fame. She was inducted as a fellow in both the Canadian Academy of Health Sciences and the American Academy of Nursing. And in 2016, Dr. Cummings joined the CIHR Institute Advisory Board for Research Excellence, Policy, and Ethics. She is described by her nominators as a world-class researcher, leader, educator, and mentor. She is someone who has vision, sees potential everywhere, and is not slowed down by the challenges before her. She just gets things done. She's inspired a generation of nurses in undergraduate and graduate education to further their own professional capacity and to take on the next great challenge. This would include influencing me, where she was the catalyst that actually got me fully engaged on the CANO and the CANO board. I think you will agree that for Dr. Cummings, she is very deserving to receive this CANO Lifetime Achievement Award for her research, leadership, and ongoing dedication to advance oncology nursing and to enhance patient and family care nationally and internationally. She's made a lasting contribution and is leaving a lasting legacy of impact, and I'm certain that she's not done yet. So I'd like to invite Dr. Cummings to the stage to receive this award.
The final award to be presented today is the 2017 Boehringer Ingelheim Oncology Nurse of the Year Award. This award recognizes an oncology nurse who demonstrates passion and commitment to oncology nursing and possesses the qualities needed in leadership and teamwork. The recipient demonstrates exemplary service over the past year in oncology nursing excellence, oncology nursing leadership, and contribution to advancing oncology nursing and/or health system transformation. And I would like to congratulate the 2017 nominees for the Nurse of the Year, and if you are here, I would encourage you and ask you to stand so that we could acknowledge you, because to be nominated for this award is a great, great honor. So the following are the nominees for this year: Barbara Amater, Melissa Boonstra, Colleen Campbell, Tracy Dasgupta, Stephanie Duguay, Harold Dunn, Allison Filowich, Janet Giroux, Donna Head, Brenda Hebert, Lynn Jolicoeur, Carrie McCann, Jean Morrison Kennedy, excuse me, Masi Nematolahi, Jane Palmatier, Tammy Pentney, Janice Petrick, Maureen Watt-Smith, and Karen Woodsworth. Congratulations to each of our nominees. It's sort of, it reads like the Oncology Nursing Hall of Fame, I think. The 2017 Nurse of the Year CVs and letters of support are evidence of an active career in oncology nursing that is characterized by exemplary leadership and oncology nursing excellence in her work as a nurse practitioner, as a mentor and preceptor to staff and students, as a co-chair of the Advanced Practice Nurses Community of Practice, and as a member of ISNCC's Knowledge Dissemination Committee. She regularly presents and publishes, and this year is particularly impressive, including 4 papers at this year's CANO ACIO conference. One nominator notes that her passion for providing high-quality patient care while empowering frontline nurses to practice to full scope is truly outstanding. Over the past year, she has led the implementation of an urgent care clinic within the local cancer program that has successfully met the needs of patients experiencing toxicities due to systemic therapy and radiation therapy, with a 50% reduction in visits to ER in those patient groups. She continues to provide support for model of care changes, including current work underway and continuing past work in developing clinics and support for people receiving oral therapies and for those requiring survivorship care. Her research activities include central venous access device-associated thrombus formation and co-leading a process of clinical consensus in the effective use of advanced practice nurses in cancer care in Ontario. So you can see that's the diversity that is nursing. In addition to her volunteer work on committees, she has also volunteered her nursing expertise and nursing services in the Dominican Republic and in Peru. Her work is an excellent demonstration of this year's conference theme, The Path to Change, Oncology Nurses Leading the Way. The Boehringer Ingelheim Nurse of the Year for 2017 is Colleen Campbell from the Royal Victoria Regional Health Centre in Barrie, Ontario.
You know, I've given a couple of talks at the conference so far, and none of them made me nervous. Being up here is hush. And it's also, I have, my kids have been texting me like crazy, so my Fitbit is just like, oh my goodness. And the other thing is they have me coming from Hillsdale. So y'all, Hillsdale is about 15 minutes north of Barrie, and all 5 people that live there, I'm sure, are very appreciative of this. First and foremost, I'd like to thank the folks at Boehringer Ingelheim for their generous support of the Oncology Nurse of the Year Award. You guys rock. I am very appreciative of your commitment to the excellence in oncology nursing. There's always something new to learn, which is one of the reasons oncology nursing is so much more challenging and yet rewarding than other ology nursing. I'm a tad biased. I'd also like to thank the folks at the CANO board and the Recognition of Excellence Committee for facilitating the award. Second most important, I would like to acknowledge the 18 nurses nominated with me for this award. It is an impressive list, and I'm truly honored to be among this group. You do more and reach further every day for cancer patients and their families. I know this because your colleagues took the time to support your nomination. In many ways, I share this award with you. We work with the same passion and commitment to excellence in nursing. I've been an oncology nurse for a number of years. And I've worked in a variety of roles within that. About 8 years ago, I became a nurse practitioner and continue to work in ambulatory outpatient clinics. This is a perfect role for me. I love having a clinical practice that challenges my critical thinking and my diagnostic reasoning skills, and I'm able to give holistic nursing, oncology nursing, patient-centered care. I've worked in the cancer system for quite some time, and I've seen exponential growth in the number of patients that we treat and follow in our regional programs. Now, don't get me wrong, this is a good thing. Overall survival for most cancer patients continues to rise, and we have multiple lines of treatment for advanced and metastatic cancer. However, it highlights the many deficiencies in our healthcare system. Oh, did I say healthcare system? It is not one system. It is this mega complex matrix of systems that overlap in some places and don't touch in others, both in a provincial and a local area. I enjoy working on quality improvement projects, but it highlights that people become entrenched in some of these processes, and getting them to change is not always easy. And I'll give you just one small example. I was trying to, for radiation patients that are on concurrent treatment, they register in the radiation area and they do their radiation, and they come upstairs and they had to register in the second floor so that they could sit and wait and have their blood work done, and then sit and wait and see an oncologist. So I had a meeting with the clerks, and I said, how about if when the patient registers on the first floor for radiation, you put in their blood work orders so they don't have to pick a number and sit and wait. Oh, no. Radiation doesn't put in medical oncology orders. I'm like, it's blood work. But it was just an example of how entrenched people become, and this is us and this is you, and we don't do that. But my husband is actually really smart, and he thinks ahead a lot, and he says, Colleen, it's like a chess game. You put your pawn out there, you let them go after that, but you've got the end game in mind. You make your moves. And it's worked out really, really well. So 2 of my professional visions are to facilitate change that simplifies processes for cancer patients while improving productivity and nursing autonomy to achieve this. I need to research and present a convincing proposal that a quality improvement idea that I have is worth pursuing, and I need the support of my colleagues and leadership team if I'm going to have any success at all. I've become a student of persistence and correct timing. 2 projects I'm particularly proud of are the Urgent Care Clinic and the Concurrent Nurse Navigator Model of Care. Both I've had the privilege to present at this conference alongside with some other brilliant presentations. I'm just so impressed with the quality of work that's presented at this conference. These projects would not have been possible without the amazing team of clerks, physicians, project leads, IT staff, and nurses that I work with. Both projects move my vision of simplifying processes for patients while improving nursing autonomy into action. We've had impressive outcomes which are a testament to the hard work and the commitment of my nursing colleagues and the remarkable team we work with. I would like to thank the extraordinary efforts of Amber Meager, who is a triage clerk. She can get upward to 700 calls a month, and that girl is always pleasant on the phone. She's so caring and she's so passionate about her work, and she takes excellent stats. She keeps numbers about everything she does, which really is great for me. Christine Hipgrave is an RN who I work with as part of the navigation project, and she was absolutely instrumental in creating this vision that I had into action, and she's a wonderful nurse to work with and a nursing leader. Alison McQueen is a nursing manager that I work with, and for Greta's presentation yesterday, she was saying, you know, management is doing the right thing, and management is doing things right and leadership is doing the right thing. And Allison and I are able to work together and have this synergy so that we have a really strong, growing nursing unit, which is absolutely remarkable to work in. And Allison also wrote a letter of nomination or supportive nomination for me, which I'm very grateful for. Dr. Sarah Rask is an oncologist, a systemic lead, and she's an incredible doctor to work with as well. And when I go to her with a project, as long as it's patient-centered and it makes sense, she'll get behind it, and she helps to influence some of our other colleagues, and she's absolutely remarkable. And she also wrote a letter of support for my nomination, and I'm truly grateful. I also like to thank all the nurses that work in the systemic suite with me. They actually rotate into the triage position, which was something new for them they weren't doing before, and using co-stars, which was new for them and they hadn't done before. They've taken on these new challenges with an openness that only comes when you know that providing a service is value to your patients. I sit on a couple of CCO committees, but I am particularly proud of the Advanced Practice Nurse Community of Practice and our work on the Delphi project over the last 15 months. As part of the project, Advanced Practice nurses were asked to complete a template describing their role and how they met the competencies at an advanced level. I've had the privilege of reviewing a number of those templates, and I am so proud and humbled by the work Advanced Practice nurses are doing in my province. The Advanced Practice nurses in Ontario we have created a recommendation report that highlights the emerging and promising practices of clinical nurse specialists and NPs in our regional programs, which will inform decision makers of future possibilities. This project would not have been possible without my co-chair, Alison Noel, and the APN leadership team, and the support of Leslie Moody at Cancer Care Ontario, and her team, especially Dora, Priyanka, and Karen, who left the team in July to, traipse around the world and sends me pictures, no less. I am involved in research, committee work locally, provincially at CANO and with ISNCC. I hold a clinical appointment at UAT and involved in reviewing applications for the MP program. Much of this work is done on the evenings and on the weekends. I would be hugely remiss if I did not recognize the love and support of my husband, Rick, who drove here last night to be here this morning. He fires me up when I'm down, and he knows when to pour the wine when I need a lift. I try to attend the CANO conference as often as possible. It is a place where I can connect with colleagues, be inspired, participate in workshops, learn something new, and eat some pretty decent food. The energy here is contagious. I love being around the nursing researchers and academics, hoping that if I stand just close enough, their brilliance might just come over to me somehow. I don't know. Receiving the Boehringer Ingelheim Oncology Nurse of the Year Award at this conference from my peers is incredibly meaningful to me and certainly a highlight in my career. Cancer can be a debilitating diagnosis. We only have to think of Stu Schwartz, who did that first presentation when we started, and he spoke with such passion about his experience. And he said a couple of times, he said, "I don't know how you guys do this work." And I'm immediately thinking, I don't know how I couldn't do this work. walking that journey with our patients and with their families, it's an incredible privilege to be with them and to help them through some of the hardest times in their lives. If the things that I've done have made the patient journey a little bit easier, and I've been able to facilitate some nursing autonomy for my nursing colleagues, then I truly have had a great year. Thank you so much.
I think we have a photo op, one more photo op. Thank you all for attending this awards ceremony to honor our amazing oncology nursing colleagues. And here's the commercial. It's never too soon to think about nominating someone for one of these awards of excellence for 2018. And we'd like to thank also the, again, the folks behind the scenes in terms of the AV, the folks who did the slides, and all of the unseen folk who supported this event. And lastly, we'd like to invite all the award recipients to the stage for a group photo and enjoy your health break. Oh, sorry. I knew I was going to forget something.
Okay. Just before you go, I just wanted to put a plug in for the poster nomination. Each of you, if you're not aware, should have a little piece of paper where your name badge is. If you do not have one, you can get it at registration desk. And by tomorrow at noon, you need to have submitted this to the registration desk to vote on Best Poster Award, which will be presented tomorrow. The other thing I wanted to just let you know, there are still 5 tickets left for the social. So if anyone is interested in going, get the ticket fast, because it's going to be sold out.